You're live. Hello, welcome to Promenade Française. Welcome to the place where you are following me as I am going through the process of learning French. And I think that motivation is always a key to learning French. Giving taking the time every day to learn a little bit, and also starting to create some kind of program is also important. It's just kind of like doing anything really. If you're going to work out, you have to be motivated to get actually go to the gym, put on your sports clothes and start on some machine. And then as you start doing it more often, you start to find out that some things you enjoy, some things you don't enjoy, some things you start to like feel your body and what do you like, what kind of exercises you might actually need and what you like to do. And maybe some people you like to talk to at the gym, and then you start to get a little more social. And as you have, if you've been watching my channel for a while, I've been doing this for quite a long time. Still can't really speak French, but I'm hoping that at some point I'll be able to speak French. And what are we doing? My let me just in my last video yesterday, I kind of started to explain a little bit about my program. Let me show you my program by showing you a window. Yeah, this window. All right, so in this window, you can see there's a book. It's called the Book of Mormon. It's the religion, the polygamists from Utah and Joseph Smith and all that kind of stuff. And what I did, I found myself a tutor, and the tutor, she's actually Muslim, and for some odd reason, she's interested in religious texts. She's also interested in French, and so we read this. We've been reading this every day, almost every day for a couple months now. So this is chapter 10 of Second Nephi. Now, in First Nephi, so it's kind of divided into books, kind of like the Bible. In the first book, it's called the First Book of Nephi. So there's like a one and then Nephi, the dude's name. There's a guy named Nephi, and there's like 21 chapters. So we got through all 21 chapters. Now we're in the second book of Nephi. I think there's like 31 chapters in this one, or maybe 32 or 33. And each chapter is like the Bible. It has like verses. So, for example, this chapter has 25 verses. And this particular chapter is actually a guy named Jacob. You see, so Jacob explains that the Jews crucify their God and they'll be scattered, I guess, until they believe in him. The American land of liberty without a king that to reign it, and you should reconcile yourself with God and obtain salvation through grace. Something like that, I guess. Now, so the thing is, I don't really understand much of what I'm reading. But what I do is I have like the English on the side. So my tutor will read like the first verse. Et maintenant, moi, Jacob, je vous parle de nouveau, mes frères bien-aimés, concernant cette branche juste dont j'ai parlé. Now, if it was my tutor reading, then it would sound a little bit more like this. Chapitre 10. Jacob explique que les Juifs crucifieront leur Dieu. Ils seront dispersés jusqu'à ce qu'ils commencent à croire en lui. L'Amérique sera une terre de liberté, liberté, où aucun roi ne régnera. Réconciliez, réconciliez-vous avec Dieu et obtenez la salut par sa grâce. All right, we'll do one more verse. Et maintenant, moi, Jacob, je vous parle le nouveau, mes frères bien-aimés, concernant cette branche juste dont j'ai parlé. All right, so that's what I do with my tutor, and we're doing this every single morning, like 6 out of 7 days. Actually, now I think it's 7 out of 7 days. Every single day, I'm spending 50 minutes with the tutor, read and repeat, read and repeat, read and repeat. That's it, just reading and repeating. And I just feel like that's like one of the keys of French is just to get used to reading and repeating. And so I read it. So the tutor's reading it, and while she's reading it, I'm reading in English on the right hand side. And I don't know. I think it's like a maintenant and now moi, I, me, Jacob, je vous parle, I speak unto you, nouveau. What's that? Nouveau. I speak unto you, nouveau. Nouveau. So I can just check the English translation. I speak unto you again, my beloved brethren, mes frères bien-amis, my beloved brethren, concerning this branch, this, I don't know, just, what's just, is righteous, this righteous branch which I have spoken, this righteous branch which don't, it's interesting, it means which I have spoken. So this is really great. Like I think it's, first of all, if you're a religious person, I think that reading the Bible or the Quran or the Book of Mormon or whatever religion you are is already a good habit to be in, to do that, put that block into your schedule every day. And if you're going to do it in a second language, then even more fantastic. Actually, I wish that I could find a Russian tutor that was the same price as my French tutor, because the reason I can do French lessons every day is because the cost is so low. Uh, Russian tutors are a little bit more expensive. So, but probably, I don't know. Yeah, maybe I should at least do it like once or twice a week. I'm doing it once a week right now with this one tutor, and she's more like she just likes to chat, and I'm trying to get her to like focus on something more specific. Uh, maybe I tried to get her to read some news articles last time. She wasn't really game about that. Maybe she'll read the Book of Mormon with me in Russian. I mean, reading and repeat, I just think it's a great exercise. All right, the second thing we're doing and what we're going to do in most of this video, once I get done just telling you about my program, is in our challenge. We're on day 12 of the challenge, and today we're going to be covering shopping. So it's like associate the words de colonne in the two columns. 按照对应关系连接两例单词。Okay, complete with set, or say. So this is to do with like, it means this, and these, masculine and feminine. Complété avec comment, combien, quel, auquel. So this is giving you really good practice in like how much, which. Okay, so that's interesting. And then finally, 写出数字, and then write down the numbers. Okay, so today is not too difficult. And like I speak Chinese, so I can actually watch lesson 7 shopping, and I can just watch it in Chinese. Shopping 我最喜欢的。有一点拖这个音 shopping. So I can understand the Chinese. I lived in China for 10 years. I have an undergraduate degree in China law. All of my lessons were taught in Chinese. So like Chinese is definitely one of my strengths. French is not. But that's also one of the reasons why I know that reading is so powerful, because I read 40 textbooks in Chinese. Anyway, so we got this. We're just doing some basic grammar exercises, and then I can watch this lesson to just practice my Chinese and also to get a better handle on the content of this exercise. Now, today, in about 45 minutes from now, I booked a second lesson with my tutor, and probably we're going to pick one of these stories. Either it's Journal en français facile, Journal en français facile. So this is news in French. It's like easy news in French. Russie, Moscow expulse deux diplomates britanniques. So it sounds like Moscow expelled two of the British diplomats, and then Ukraine, nouvelle négociation en Arabie. So there's some new negotiations in Saudi Arabia. Probably we'll pick this one, and then, well, I have another lesson with her tomorrow, so tomorrow we'll do this one. Now, this is the same exercise as the Book of Mormon, but rather than religious content, this is world news. Bonjour à toutes, bonjour à tous. Nous sommes le mardi 11 mars. Il est 17 heures ici à Paris, 19 heures à Moscou. Le journal en français facile. So this is really great because this specific site, there's a couple of different things you can do. You can slow it down a little bit. You can take it to this level. D'un côté, les Ukraines. All right. So, for example, if you don't have a tutor, if you don't want to pay the money, then you can just read and repeat using this. So, whatever it takes just to continually to practice this. This is going to give you a lot of nouns that you probably already know. And then also there's always going to be the il and the l, like les, you see les américaines, les ukrainiennes, and then that's the ent. So reprenne. Did you hear that how it said reprenne? The verb in plural, you don't pronounce the second half. Reprennent les discussions au sujet de la forme que pourrait prendre une trêve en Ukraine. This is a really great way to practice your reading, your pronunciation, and just you can follow these stories every single day. Almost every single day, they have new stories. But I still feel like we have a problem. All right. So we're doing the reading with the spiritual stuff. We got the read and repeat. We got the 90-day challenge. We got even some lessons that teach us more about the 90-day challenge. We got read and repeat with everyday news. And then, like I said last time, um, I got this book, which is how the Mormons teach their missionaries language. And in the very first chapter, it's called Introductions. This is where you're going to introduce yourself. Now, it also, you can see that it's got the basics. It's got some numbers, and it's got je, nous, tu, vous, il, elle, on, elle. This is literally lesson number 1. Dans, à, pour, un, deux. Le Fils, la parole, un prophète, un missionnaire, le livre du Mormon, la Bible, la vérité, le pardon, le plan du salut, une sainte, la vie, l'objectif, un représente. This is like, okay, so the common nouns, like I said, I've already got the common nouns from the other material that I've been studying. But now we have to figure out how are we going to learn these verbs. So I'm still like, well, okay, let's do it like this because what's the point in wasting any more time? It's really easy nowadays. I could just take a picture and we're going to go to our good buddy ChatGPT. All right, so here is a vocabulary list of verbs. I have 10 minutes to read some sentences or dialogue using these verbs. You're a French teacher and and I am an A1 French learner. Can you teach me the verbs in the image? Right? Like, why not just use our friend ChatGPT? Why not get started on this process right now? Rather than just me always introducing this stuff over and over again. And then boom, we just click it. Boom, 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 boom. Am I still sharing my screen? Yeah. All right. All right, 10-minute French lesson on common verbs. Goal, learn, practice, and practice 9 common verbs in the image, simple sentences, and a short dialogue. Now, another thing I could do is I could go in here. I'm going to close this, and I'm going to take out get the PDF. Now I'm going to download the PDF transcription into my download. Yes. Now I'm going to open up Notebook LM. I'm going to create a new one. I'm going to drop the PDF into here. It's called transcription. And then I'm going to go back here to my ChatGPT, which decided it wanted to die. My goodness, ChatGPT. Just wait. All right, I'm going to open another ChatGPT. French. Oh, it literally died. Something went wrong. All right. Which verbs are in the image? I don't know what's going on. ChatGPT is on slow motion. Good. All right, so I'm going to copy these. Bing, bing. I'm going to go to here. Go into the chat section. All right, so I'm learning French. Can you give me all of the sentences from the PDF which use the following verbs in any form? All right, so now I'm going to push enter. Great, so there you go. So now I have a way. Now I'm going to go back here, and I'm just going to edit this. If I click, oops, let me know. Let me know. Huh. Recognize verbs in the simple form. Aller. To go, je vais à l'école. Tu es étudiant. Il vient de Paris. Elle appelle son père. Nous travaillons en France. J'aime le français. Je jouais au football. Il fait un gâteau. J'ai un chien. Gordon's sitting next to me. Bonjour Pierre, où vas-tu aujourd'hui? Where are you going today? Où vas-tu aujourd'hui? Bonjour Sophie, je vais au travail. Oh, tu travailles où? Je travaille à Paris. Et ton frère? Il travaille aussi? Non, il joue au football. Super. Et tes parents? Ma mère appelle mon père maintenant. Haha, et toi, tu aimes ton travail? Oui, j'aime mon travail et j'ai une bonne équipe. I have a good team. Équipe. This is a weird word because it's nothing like the Russian word. And it's like the English word equipment. Another question verbs. Où vas-tu aujourd'hui? Tu travailles ou tu étudies? Tu aimes le français? Tu as un animal? Okay. Um, Anyways, we got the list of, yeah. Anyway, so there's a whole bunch of different things that we could do with that. So what am I thinking? How am I feeling about this whole situation? Um, like pretty much I kind of know all these verbs. Um, I don't really know them well enough to kind of like think about sentences and use them in a sentence, but I still kind of know them. So I don't know. Anyways, what's important for now is, yeah, it's true that I did my 50-minute study this morning with my tutor. I'm going to do another 50-minute study in about 30 minutes from now with my tutor with doing the news. Oopsie daisies. Starting from here. And what? So I'm still not satisfied with the result for practicing these verbs. I don't know. But the thing is, they're common verbs. You're going to be using them all day long, every day. So, see, the issue is really that I'm not really expressing myself in French. When I was learning Russian, I remember there was some kind of change that happened. Like I was learning Russian and learning and learning and learning. And then at some point, I just started kind of. I had this one teacher, she didn't like to read from the textbook. She just wanted me to tell her what I was thinking and feeling. And I don't know. At first, I was just reading from Google Translate. I would just type it in English, and then I would just like say it to her, and I would just read the actual Russian translation. I would read the characters that were here, and then she would help me with my pronunciation. And at some point, I just started to improve. I don't know. The more I read, the more I focused, the more I learned. It just at some point it just clicked. And now that I'm learning with using these four, this is one, this is two, this is three, this is four, using this four different kinds of material, I think at some point it's just going to start to click. It's not clicking yet, but anyways, let's keep going. So today, grammaire. What is this? Des vêtements. What is this? C is the. Oh, it's All right, let's go to the page. So it's telling me to connect the two. Des vêtements. De pantalons. Oh, this is really weird. Un type, le prix, un pantalon, votre taille de. Votre taille de cette robe, your size of this dress. Pants of a sweater. The price in size 38. a type for girls, clothing, pants. I don't really understand this. Can you explain this answer and what the exercise is supposed to do for the student? Now, while we're waiting, I'm just gonna put the answers into that document because at the end of the day, I still need to get this done in a time limit, and I got that lesson that's going to start pretty quick. Okay, so it says the matching exercise helps the student associate nouns with their correct complements. It focuses on word relationships in French, teaching students how words naturally connect and form meaningful phrases. The goal is to match each noun on the left to its corresponding phrase on the right. Des vêtements, deux pantalons. Why? Des vêtements, clothing, is a general term. Deux pantalons, of pants, specifies category of clothing. Example, il y a des vêtements de pantalon dans ce magazine. There are clothing items related to pants in this store. Why? Un type, a type needs a clarifier. Pour les filles tells us what the type of refers to. Ce type de vêtements est pour les filles. This type of clothing is for girls. Le prix, the price is given according to size. I don't know. Le prix en taille. This is a trick one, but it refers to style of pants that go well with a sweater. J'aime bien de ce pantalon de Paul. I really like these pants to go with the sweater. Votre taille. Are there other combinations to answer that exercise that are more logical? And whatever that means, more logical. Yeah, some of the original answers seem a bit forced. Let's rearrange them to make them more logical. Clothing, pour les filles. Clothing for girls. A type of pants. The price of this dress. A pants in size 38. Your size for a sweater. See, I like that better. Vêtements logically fits for girls, pour les filles. Ce magasin sells. Ce magasin vend des vêtements pour les filles. Un type refers to the category of pants. Quel type de pantalon préfères-tu? What type of pants do you prefer? Le prix, the price fits with of this dress because we often ask the price of a specific item. Quel est le prix de cette robe? Un pantalon makes sense with size 38. Je cherche un pantalon en taille 38. Votre taille logically fits with du poil. Quelle est votre taille du poil? What is your sweater size? This exercise teaches of, price of, for category of users. Would you like me to create? No. But could you check exercises 2, 3, and 4? I just don't want to have to scroll all the way back up to the top. And I don't want it to give me wrong answers again. So I'm just I have to cut and paste the answers into the document so I can send it to my study buddy. All right, des vêtements pour les filles, clothing for girls. Un type de pantalon, a type of pants, le prix de cette robe, the price for this dress, un pantalon, un taille 38 pants in size 38, votre taille de poule, your size for a sweater. Okay. Exercise 2. Now, before I look at the answers, let's just jump down to exercise 2. All right, a robe is a singular masculine, so it's going to be, I guess it's what? It's going to be cette robe bleue avec chaussures, CES. Cette and chaussures, I don't know, let's check. Cette robe avec bleu et ce chaussures. It has the explanation. Okay, what's this? Okay, ce is for masculine singular, which means that we have the pull. J'aime beaucoup ce. I really love this pullover, this black pullover. Oui, il est joli. It's great. It's joli. It's what? It's joli. It's nice. But this pullover, this red pullover with cette feminine robe bleue, with this blue dress, je n'aime pas. I don't like it. Cette, S-C-E-T, masculine singular. What? With a vowel H. Cet objet. So you're going to put the T in front of with a husher. I don't know how they're called hushers. A vowel or an H sound. Rouge et blanc, là, c'est quoi? Okay. So this is for plural, masculine and feminine. Okay, so we got ce for masculine, we got cette for masculine, where the next word is a vowel. We got cette with an E for feminine, and then we got CES for both. What do you mean your original answers were mostly correct? It's crazy. None of these were my answers. So what's the problem? The problem now is, I would say the problem is, I got the answers. How am I actually going to practice? You're supposed to practice by doing the exercise, but I'm not actually doing the exercise. I'm just cheating. Because my goal is just to get a little bit more exposure to the words. All right, so right now I'm just adding the answers to my copy of the my exercise sheet. I don't know, what is it like speaking 4 languages? Well, English, obviously, it's my own, like my native tongue, so I don't really think about it. I spoke English as long as I remember. And then I learned Chinese first, which, I don't know, it was like, I was still quite young. I was only 23 when I started learning Chinese. And also, I feel like I was like very immature for my age at that time. which from a language perspective, I think is probably a good thing because I was just really, I was speaking like a child. I was almost like became a child again. So it was really nice to learn Chinese. Like it was almost like I was a child again. So I speak Chinese. When I speak Chinese, I don't think in English. I just speak it out. Like there's no translation. It's like a second language to the point, almost like a second native language. All right, let's look at the next exercise. Let's take a look at it without the answers first. Compléter avec comment, combien, quel, quel. So I suppose quel is and quel is the same thing. Quel and quel. All right, so we got quel masculine plural, quel feminine plural. When I take a deep breath, my dog always thinks I'm going to sneeze, and he hides for cover. Used to talk about specific choices. Quel vêtement, which clothes, which. Used to ask opinions or descriptions. Comment tu trouves? How do you find? Comment is how. Quel is which one, which clothing, how. Combien is how much. Combien or how many. Combien de couleurs. Okay, maybe we could do this. So, vêtements et est-ce que tu aimes? How clothing is it that you love? So it's obviously this is going to be which. Vêtement is, I think it's masculine, and with an S means it's plural. So let's say it's going to be quel with an S. In fact, I'm going to just write it down on my answer sheet. Quels. That's my guess. Say, so this is plural. These shoes, couton, 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 couton. Coutent. Couton. Cost. Nice. The things you learn. All right, cost. These cost how much? Obviously, it's going to be how much. Combien. 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 Combien, s'il vous plaît. How? Okay, the next one's going to be comment. Come on. Dun, 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 dun. Come on. Il y a. And you have which colors? You have which colors? You have not combien, not quel, couleur. I don't know. Which one is it? Quel, combien, comment, how many? So the thing is, okay, we got how many cost, and then we got how many colors. I guess maybe it's the same. What in Russian is? I think there's a difference between how many and how much. Сколько стоит? Сколько? How much does it cost? Сколько стоит? And у вас есть сколько? Тип сколько? По-французски, вот, по-русски, how many colors? How much does it cost? 多少钱？几个？ Okay, there's a difference in Chinese. Last one. Oui. Quel, which is the price? Is, how is the price? Combien, how much is the price? All right, so my guess, before we look at the answers, my guesses for the answers are as follows. Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. I guessed quel, combien, comment, combien, combien. And ChatGPT says quel, combien, comment, combien, quel est. They disagreed with me with the last one. Quel est le prix? Which is the price instead of how much is the price? Can you explain? Here. All right, well, that's working on. I'm just going to write in the answers to these numbers because that's going to be real easy, actually. 93, 80, 48, 420s, 93, 93, 71, 71 is 71, 78, 78, 70, 119, 119, 19, 19, 19, 19, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 119, 900, 900, 79, 79, 400, 400, 480, 88, and 100. What's 100? 200, 261, 61. All right, let's just check these numbers again to see if I got them right. All right, so we got 93, 71, 78, 409. 409, 409. Oh. Why did I put 119? 10, 119. It says 119. 100, it doesn't say 409. It says 119. And then the next one is 979. 979. So it's actually 979. 482. It says 488. So not 88. 88. Yeah, it's 88. 488. And then we have 261. 261. All right, so let's just check that last one. In French, quel and combien are both used to ask about amounts, but they are not interchangeable. Quel means which, what, and is used before a noun to ask for specific information about that noun. Quel est le prix? What is the price? We're asking for the price itself. Structure. Quel être noun? Quel est ton nom? Quel est ton? What? What is the price? What is the price? What is your telephone number? Okay, that's interesting because I was convinced that quel meant which. So you could say it means what. What clothing is it which you love? Instead of which clothing, it's what clothing. How much does it cost? How do you like them? How many colors? All right, so that's in English we have how much and how many. And like I said, in Russian, how much, how many, сколько and and сколько. Combien, combien, сколько, сколько, and in Chinese, 多少钱 and 多少，几个. You could also say 几个，多少, but you could also say 几个. Let's see how many. Okay. Anyways, yeah, so that's another day in the books for the challenge. I had a really nice time with you guys today. Thanks for watching me do my homework. And let's keep on keeping on. So that's been another space. Which channel is this? Promenade Française. Bye bye.